All right, so hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. The name remains Adetola Freeman, and this is the live CPI review, all right, or the live CPI trading session. So first of all, I want to begin by saying that when it comes to trading the live sessions, I have given a couple of warnings from some of our previous sessions. All right, and one of the most crucial warnings that I've given so far has been the fact that you don't trade fundamentals with your entire portfolio. Okay, you don't never trade fundamentals with your entire portfolio, and that's because when you do that, what you're actually doing is that you're putting your entire portfolio at risk. All right, because a lot of people reached out to me, some on LinkedIn, some on Telegram, with a whole lot of complaints saying they lost their entire portfolio. Whereas I have made several comments regarding that, saying you should never, all right, risk your entire portfolio on a particular fundamental release. And I mentioned last week also that if you're going to trade the news, it's important that you set aside a very minimal amount of your portfolio. All right, for that day, you can increase your leverage, set up the $50, $100 that you can risk at that point in time. All right, and then use the fundamentals as an opportunity to flip. Okay, then secondly, some people reached out to me and said, we are never going to trade straddle trading ever again in my life. I just lost money and I'm never trading straddle again in my life. Well, for me, that seems a little bit shocking because there is no strategy on earth that you trade with that can guarantee you 100% success rate. All right, there's no single strategy in the world that can guarantee a 100% success rate. And in the last 2 years, thereabout, that we have been trading the news in this manner, all right, we have only experienced whipsaws about 2 or 3 times in the entire space or in the entire span of those 2 years. All right, in the entire span of those 2 years. So it's important that you realize that the fact that, there was a whipsaw last week does not mean that the straddle trading strategy does not work. All right, and because of that, all right, because a lot of people reached out to me and said, oh, we are never trading straddle again, is the reason why this session is going to be a masterclass on how to trade the news. All right, listen carefully. This session is going to be what? A masterclass on how to trade the news. Okay? So we're going to look into some of the things that I recommend that you do when you want to trade the news. And you can always come back to this video whenever you're confused about a news release, all right? And I can assure you that you're going to be getting maximum value from this live stream, all right? So welcome to class. So first of all, if you're going to trade straddle, all right, if straddle trading strategy is the strategy you use for trading the news, then you want to ensure that before the release of the news, all right, just before the release of the news, there is some form of accumulation or consolidation on the 1 hour time frame. All right, see what we're seeing here on AUD USD. You can see that I have boxed out the accumulation on AUD USD. Please disregard these figures. They are from last week, Friday. All right, so we can see that I have boxed out the area of consolidation that I am currently seeing on AUD USD. All right, the same thing on gold. All right, there's an area of consolidation and I have already marked that out as well. All right, you can see between this high and this previous low. So we're seeing the consolidation, and what does this tell you? This literally or basically tells you that after a consolidation, what we usually anticipate is a breakout. Okay, so that tells you that during the news release, there is going to be increased likelihood of a breakout. And that breakout is what we are going to be trading with the straddle technique, all right, because it guarantees us a better chance since it's occurring after a consolidation. All right. Please let me know if you're getting what I'm explaining so far. CPI is going to be released in the next 25 minutes, all right, which is 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. All right, CPI is 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. For those of you who are asking me, oh, gold, this or that, is it buy or sell? Please relax. The reason why a lot of you lose money is because you are unwilling to actually pay attention and learn. All right, and it's really painful because you avoid learning and then you come lose money and then find somebody to blame, which is absolutely not proper. All right, because right now I am trying my best to educate you, all right, to give you a free masterclass on how to trade the news. And some of you are completely uninterested because all you want is a signal. All right, but please relax. We're going to get into that, but please listen to me first. Okay? You're not always going to have me here, so please pay attention and learn. So let's go back to the chart once more. All right, this is gold. You can see that I've boxed out the consolidation, which tells us that with good volatility from the CPI, all right, we should see a breakout of this consolidation area. So once you get a breakout of the consolidation area, what do you do next? Or how do you figure out your targets? All right, where are the targets to focus on? What are the things that you're looking for? The answer is simple. Your targets are going to be the previous demand and supply zones, all right, or the previous areas where price has reacted. If you don't know how to do that, you can simply switch over to the line chart, all right, and you just want to look for areas where, you know, price has touched it both below and above, all right. It touched it from below here, touched it above here, all right. So that would be our TP1 area. This would be our TP2 area. This would be our TP3 area, thereabout. And then you can target maybe somewhere around here for your final TP. All right, that's if gold peradventure decides to sell. Okay, we can go back to the candlestick charts right now. But what if gold decides to buy? The truth is we do not have a lot of reference points above the consolidation zone. So what we do is that we use the Fibonacci, all right, to mark out those levels. So this will be TP1, we can make this TP2, all right, and so on and so forth. All right, TP3, and just leave that way. All right, so what do I do to avoid whipsaws? All right, so this is it. When I place my buy order, all right, say for example, I place my buy stop order, hold on. Okay, so say I place my buy stop order somewhere here. Oh, sorry, that's a sell stop. Say I place my sell stop order here. All right, and I want to be able to avoid a whipsaw because some people have asked me, oh, how do I use the multiple TPs? Usually the multiple TPs are used based on when the news is released, you check the volume or the volatility of that move. Okay. You check the volatility of that move, and then on that basis, you're able to position yourself for the TPs. But alternatively, you can come over after you have placed your buy stop order. All right, you can come over to the order that you placed. This was the order I placed on gold. And then you go to trailing stop, and then you apply a trailing stop. All right, you can basically use a custom one and just put 50. So what does that mean? It means that every 5 pips that price moves, all right, you are going to have a trailing stop that is following the momentum of that movement. All right, you're going to have a trailing stop following the projection of that movement, and that is going to help you preserve, your equity, all right, in the case that price is trying to reverse. All right. Now, remember, I personally recommend trading the news on the 1 hour time frame. All right. That's my recommendation. Use the 1 hour time frame. All right. And Apostle Luke, if all you want is a signal, please, this is not a compulsory session. You can easily excuse yourself. This is a masterclass on trading the news, and I'm doing this for free because a lot of you reached out to me and said that you needed it. All right, so that is the reason why I'm doing this. And please remember, do not trade the news with your entire portfolio. You need to stick within the confines of proper risk management every single time. Whether you're trading technical or whether you're trading fundamentals or whether you're trading based on sentiments. All right, please always note this. So remember, I've mentioned some of the key factors that you need to look out for before a news release to determine what's going on. All right, so usually when the news is, when the price action is stalling, all right, it's becoming sluggish just before the release of the news. That should tell you that investors, all right, and the big market players are waiting to see the outcome of the news, all right, before they take action. They're waiting to see what direction the news is going to lead before they start to settle in their positions. And what does that mean? It means that there's going to be a higher chance, a higher probability of heavy inflow of volatility or liquidity into the market immediately after the release of the news. All right, so that's one crucial thing that you also want to note when you trade fundamentals. All right, how do you place or how do you set multiple TPs on a position? The answer is simple. The multiple take profits are placed based on sight. All right, if you cannot place them based on sight, the only other alternative that exists is that you place the multiple TPs using trailing stops. All right, so when you attach a trailing stop to your order, it simply means that every single time that price goes, the liquidity goes in one direction, all right, your stop loss is following once your position has been triggered. All right, and that is going to ensure that once your position is triggered and you are in profit, you will not lose that profit. Do you guys understand that now? So that's one of the ways that you can protect yourself. Yes, usually some brokers would definitely have slippage on the orders, all right, on your stop loss orders. But that is why here at FPS, all right, we try our best to help you avoid such scenarios. And that's why we do live trading of the news, because we believe that our systems are reliable, all right, and you can easily avoid getting caught in unnecessary slippage. All right, so we at FPS recommend that you trade with us, all right, on your account with us, because that is one of the ways that you can protect yourself against slippages. How to set trailing stop on MetaTrader 5? The answer is simple. I showed it earlier. All right, once you have your order, you've placed your sell stop or your buy stop, you come to that order, all right, on your toolbox, you right click, then you go to trailing stop. And when you come to trailing stop, you can set a custom trailing stop. You can use 50 points, you can use 100 points. 50 points is 5 pips, all right? 100 points is 10 pips, which means that every time that price moves 10 pips in your direction, all right, your stop loss is going to be following that order. All right, do we get that, please? If the market is going against your analysis, what do you do? Well, remember, we don't enter the news directly. We don't enter the news immediately. All right, what we do, first of all, is to ensure that we have seen the consolidation. All right, and after the consolidation, we're able to set our buy stop and sell stop positions. Do you get that now? And once we're able to set our buy stop and sell stop positions, all that we need to do next is to monitor the trade, all right, or to manage the trade once it is triggered. And one of the ways to manage that trade is what I'm telling you. One of the ways to manage that trade is by ensuring that you either use a trailing stop, all right, or you close the trades once it reaches a convenient CP level. All right, the fact that we have 3 take profit levels does not mean that you have to wait till all of the take profit levels have been touched. Okay. All right, so 15 minutes to the release of the news, and let's look at what we're going to be doing right now. All right, so gold, we're going to place a sell stop order on gold, all right, just below this box. Now, the reason why I am not going to be giving figures right now is because for almost 2 years now of hosting these live streams, I have always given figures for buy stop and sell stop orders. All right, and a lot of people have made fantastic returns on trades using this. However, I have had people who have reached out to me to say, oh, we are manipulating things. The figures I gave didn't work out for them. You know, people coming to say all kinds of things. So right now, I am not going to be giving you figures. I am only going to be directing you so that whatever figures you use will be on you, all right? And whatever way you trade will be on you. Another reason why I'm going to be doing that is because many of you do not know that in order for a broker to maintain their license, it is important that they do not give trading signals. All right. Brokers that are regulated are required to desist from giving direct trading signals. Okay. And right now, right now, the way that I have been giving you guys entries, stop loss, take profits, currently attains or it's very tantamount to providing you signals, all right, which is against the regulatory rules and regulations for a brokerage firm. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but that is the best that I'm going to be doing for today. All right, that's the best I'm going to be able to do for today. So I'm going to check. Somebody has asked, how do you place trailing stop on phone? All right. It's going to be a bit difficult to show that. I don't think there's a way to do that on phone. All right, I don't think there's a way to do that on phone. This is the 1 hour time frame, Dr. Cole Christian. This is the 1 hour time frame. I'm not sure there's a way to set trailing stops on phone. All right, but on PT, I've shown you how that is done. In some seconds ago. So I just need to drink. Sorry, let me have a drink, and then we'll go to the charts again. All right, so this is gold. Okay, and currently we're expecting that. Let me close all the other tabs, and then we can highlight out this way. All right, so right now these are all the charts. GBP USD here. All right, Euro USD, gold. Then we have AUD USD. So what you're going to do for me is to simply draw this consolidation areas that I have drawn, all right? And what we're going to be doing is to simply wait for the breakout of these levels, all right? Breakout of this level. So I think what I'm going to do is to give the sell stop and buy stop figures, all right? But I would not give the take profit figures. All right, so let's come to AUD USD. The buy stop order is positioned at 0.66255. All right. 0.66255. That's the buy stop order. Hold on. 66255. The sell stop 0.65954. Zero point 65960. All right, so let's come to Euro USD. All right, Euro USD, the buy stop is at 1.09460. And the sell stop is 1.09141. All right, 1.09141. So once again, remember, if you click on the link in the description or in the comment section right now, all right, and you use that link for creating an account, you're going to get access to 1 month free VIP analytics, all right, which is a platform where our experts get to give you trading signals for one, or let me say trading analytics, all right, trade ideas for 1 complete month. All right, are we expecting the dollar to get stronger or weaker? Honestly, right now, I don't see a sign that the dollar is going to get stronger. All right, I don't need a sign that the dollar is going to get stronger. I don't see anything of sort. All right. So let's go back. Let's go back. Buy stop, sell stop on Euro USD. Then we come to GBP USD. All right. Buy stop on GBP USD is currently 1.28202. All right, that's the buy stop. And I think the sell stop is 1.27771. All right, so on gold, all right, on gold, I think our buy stop is 2184, 2184.41. And the sell stop order is 2163.28. All right, so now we wait for the news. The news will be released in the next 5 minutes. All our figures are out, all right, and then we can just wait to see how that goes. All right, I'm seeing somebody ask, what is the stop loss? The stop loss for your buy order is the position for your sell order, and the stop loss for the sell order is the entry for the buy order. Euro USD market execution, buy or sell. Like I've told you a couple of times, the license of a regulated broker prevents them from giving trading directions, all right, to clients. And that's why you've heard me say that on this call, I will no longer be giving you the take profit values, because that constitutes a trading signal, all right? That constitutes a trading signal. So for those of you who need to see things clearer, all right, let me just adjust it a bit so that you guys can see all the screens. So this is Euro USD, this is gold, this is GBP USD, this is AUD USD. So let's wait 3 minutes to the release of the news, 3 minutes to the release of the news. 3 minutes to the release of the news. Remember, one of the biggest fights that you're going to have to fight is the fight of ensuring that you are not putting your entire life on the line for just one day of trading. All right? Don't risk your entire portfolio because probably you're confident in your strategy, you're confident in the trade signal or trade direction or whatever. Please do not do that. All right? I've told you, only release in your portfolio the amount that you're willing to risk. So if it's 1% or 5% of your portfolio, trade with that 5%, all right, and then see how it goes. Good news, Ernest, the liquidity lord. Fantastic. Let's see how it goes. So one more minute, and then we'll see what the outcome of this is. Now, I deliberately set this sell stop on gold because I want you guys to see how the trailing stop works. All right, I want you to see how the trailing stop works. So we're just going to see it here and then see what the outcome of the news is, unless if the news does not yield any serious volatility. One minute to the release of the news and the markets are still stalling. We're not seeing any serious movements yet. Kelvin Mutambo, apparently you are new to this broadcast, all right? Because if you've been around for over a year now, for about 2 years now, you would realize that this is not us gambling, all right? This is a simple break of structure trading system. That's why it's called straddle, all right? And apparently you came late because before we set all of our entries, we actually did a technical analysis to look at all the points that price was going to revisit. All right, the news is out. All right, so we have the sell stop on gold and the TP1 got it on gold already. All right, so we see that the direction is clear on all the 4 commodities. All right, so let's see. Yes, the news is out. I took the trade on gold because I want you guys to see expressly how the trading stop works. All right, especially when price begins to go in profit. All right, trailing stop, then we can make it, all right, let's do 21 points so that that gets closed out quickly. Now, AUD USD, this already went quite well, all right, but I think that we're going to still see some continuation in that regard. So the news is out, the news is out. We've seen the results, the initial spike from the news. All right, we've seen that initial spike from the news, and now we're waiting to see the continuation movement. We're waiting to see how this goes. Hold on, I'm checking to see what was the figure, what was the outcome like. All right, the outcome here shows that the dollar is supposed to be stronger or expected to be stronger, which means that our sell bias was correct. All right, so we're just going to wait for the markets to stabilize and then begin to go in the direction that it should. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. This is my trade on gold. This is my sell stop, and you can see that it is still active. The stop loss is not hit yet. All right. The trade is still very much active. All right. And we have four commodities: Euro USD, gold, AD USD, GBP USD. All right. So please relax. Please relax. All right. Because I'm seeing some of you say, oh, your TP got hit, but you're currently in a drawdown. I am using FBS. This is FBS account. Your take profit was hit, and we're telling you that you are in a negative $4 order. That was as a result of the spike that occurred. All right. Immediately price. You remember that I drew on gold. All right. I drew the previous support areas. All right. And that was how I got all of these take profits. This was a previous area of support, and you can see that that was where price stopped, all right, before the initial reversal. And right now we are waiting for the market to stabilize itself, all right, so that we can take profit in that order. So guys, relax, all right, relax. I remember I mentioned to you how we use the line chart um, to position our orders, all right, our take profits. I remember I was sharing that with you guys, how to use the line charts to take positions and then target the profits. You will see that GU on this hand got to TP2, all right. Euro USD, if you go to the line chart, you're going to see that this was our initial take profit, all right, on the line chart. And you see that price touched there as well. Okay. So if you joined us from the beginning, you remember me showing you how all of these things work. Yes, of course, you can close your trade during high volatility news, but I think it also depends on the server that your account is connected to and how quickly it is to react. All right, if your distance or your internet connection speed, all right, is slow, then you would have issues closing trades during a very sharp market. All right. Omar Said Omar, you use Deriv as your broker. So what you're currently experiencing is not as a result of FDS. All right. It's not a fault from FDS. But let's see. All the TPs, you can see that all of the commodities actually hit TP1 before dropping. And the reason why I didn't give figures, like I said, is because a lot of you have reached out to me to complain, all right? Whereas the figures were given only as an act of generosity, all right? This is AUD USD TP1 got 8, Euro GBP USD TP2 got 8, Euro USD TP1 got 8. And I showed you how you can arrive at these take profits by yourself. All right, how you can arrive at those take profits by yourself. All right, so let's see. So this is why it's crucial for you to understand, not just follow the signals, all right, but understand exactly what you're doing based on the signals. All right, understand exactly what you're doing based on the signals. No single person has a monopoly over the markets. All right, you made $130. Wisdom World, on what pair did you make losses, please? Let me know what pair that was. As you can see, the dollar, the news came out strong for the dollar, all right, but I don't, remember I told you that I don't see signs that the dollar is meant to be strong, all right? So for me, which was why I didn't take trades on any of the other accounts or any of the other commodities, but this was like I said, it was a system to show you, all right, to demonstrate to you how exactly we come about the figures that we give out, the entries, the take profits, you know, the entire structures that we give to you for, you know, during these live streams, all right, for trading. So let me see what's going on here. So I want to believe that for those of you who joined right from the beginning of this session, all right, I want to believe that you've been able to learn one or two things, all right. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things. I've shown you how exactly we arrive at the, what's it called now? How we arrive at the figures that we use, all right? Whether it's for your stop loss, your take profit, your entries. I've shown you all of the dynamics behind those figures, all right? How do we decide where the TPs will be? How do we decide where your entries will be? I've shown you all of that, and I've shown you measures, all right, risk management measures that you can begin to adopt, all right, in order to ensure that your risk management is intact, all right? Your risk management is intact. I see. So like I said, please always ensure, for those of you who are still reaching out and saying, oh, Frederick, you said it didn't hit your stop loss, but your account went to zero. All right. The question is, what was the lot size that you used? What was the lot size on that trade? All right. If your margin, sorry, if your margin was beyond that, if your margin was insufficient to cover that entry, all right, if your margin was insufficient to hold that trade, then you would have issues. All right, then you'd have issues. All right, let's see. A couple of you still trying to ask questions. Did I enter any of the above pairs? Yes, the only one I entered was gold, and that was to serve as a demonstration. All right, that was to serve as a demonstration for how the trailing stop works. All right, unfortunately, it didn't trigger the trailing stop because price only moved, yep, there's about 67 points, all right, before my trailing stop could be triggered. All right, so that was the only trade I entered, and I'm still holding the trade. My stop loss is here. I'm only risking about 2%. All right, I'm only risking about 2% of my portfolio on this particular trade. If I were to take trades on all four of them, I would be risking 0.5% on each one of them, which will bring my total risk to 2%. All right, but since I'm trading on only one pair, all right, I was able to risk the entire thing on just that one commodity. All right, I think that all questions have been attended to. What charts are we looking at? Is it good to sell GBP USD now? Genesis is a giga. You can always go to the video session. All right, just go through the video session. You would come across all of our educational videos that have been dropped. All right. and you can go through that. And somebody was asking, is it good to sell GBP USD now? Well, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. The reason why I'm still in the gold trade is because from technical analysis, I can see that there's a trend line here. It's broken the trend line before and a structure. So I think that it's still going to go down, right? The same thing for, which one is that? Yeah, this is Euro USD, right? This is Euro USD. Although this break of the trend line was not clearly completed, all right? And I think that the same thing is happening on GBP USD well. All right, we have a trend line that is serving as a resistance. So for these commodities, the sell is most likely going to play out. All right, for each of these commodities, there's a high probability that the sell plays out. All right, so I'm just going to leave this trade open on this account. The VIP analysis group is only accessible if you pay, if you create an account, all right, right now, using the link in the comment section, all right, it's already pinned to the top. Once you click on that link and create an account, you get access to the VIP analytics for 1 month for free. So we're still here, we're still here, we're still here, we're waiting. Let's see how it goes. You've seen my analysis. It's not just about the straddle or whatever it is. All right. Personally, I feel like the markets are this way because there are so many investors who are currently not interested in trading the markets. Okay. All right. The Wise Ninja. The VIP analytics are free for as long as you have there's a stipulated amount that you need to retain in your account in order to be able to an amount, all right, or deposit that has to remain in your account in order for you to be able to access the VIP analytics. And there's free analysis on the Telegram group, all right, you can always access the free analysis on the Telegram group as well. So you can see the drop is happening already, you know, just slow and steady. Gradually, we're seeing markets beginning to correct itself. All right, let's see how this goes. But basically, I want to believe that. How much about 1K? I think the deposit is about $500. I think so. All right, I think so. Jamie is saying, why did they not close your TP order? All right, Gasak John, you said why can't you withdraw your money? All right, let me start with Tony Waniki's question. Tony Waniki, in order to be able to see the trades that are ongoing on your account, all you need to press is Control T. All right, just press Control T on your keyboard, and it's going to show you the trades, the trade terminal, the toolbox. All right, so once you open that up, you can easily see all the trades running and close them. Then we'll go to Dame Hussein. Why did FBS not close your TP order? Usually it's due to slippage, and I mentioned earlier some of the factors that are responsible for slippage. All right, your location, how fast your internet connection is. All right, and as well the volatility of the markets. All right, the volatility of the markets. Then Gasak John, regarding withdrawals, if you have any challenge, you can always go on the FPS website and do the live chat. All right, speak with the live chat attendants. I can assure you that your complaints will get resolved as quickly as possible. All right, so chat with one of our agents live. All right, just have a live chat with them, and then you're going to be able to get access to your funds. Is that okay? Who else? Who else? I think there was another question. Oh yes, you can withdraw. I think you can withdraw through Skrill. Although in Nigeria we hardly use Skrill because we just withdraw directly to our bank account, and it takes about 5 minutes for withdrawals in Nigeria. Who else had a question? All right, what pair are we looking at? Can't see because I'm on the phone. Well, it's all 4 pairs. It's 4 pairs. Euro USD, gold, GBP USD, and AUD USD. All right, those 4 pairs are what we're looking at the moment. Okay, so you can see that finally this drop is happening. All right, this drop is happening. GBP USD, if you took the sell stop, you're back in profit now. Euro USD, if you took the entry, it's close to that already. It's close to entry already. Gold is also very close to entry already. All right, so I think we have a few more minutes. I'm still looking for questions. I'm still looking for questions. Dave Hussein, I'm sorry about that. If you can reach out to me, probably if it's something we can resolve, all right, you can always reach out to me. No, AUD USD is still a sell. However, for me, I would avoid AUD/USD because currently the structure, all right, the structure is not so clear. All right, I think this was the supply zone that it decided to react from. Yeah, I think that's the supply zone, but for me, it's not very clear. So I'm staying off AUD/USD. Can I call out the entry figure again? I'm sorry, you would have to check that on the screen. Can you tell us about commitment of traders more and the way you can find information from it? Well, the commitment of traders is a tool for sentiment analysis. All right, it tells you where some of the larger traders, all right, the institutional traders have placed some of their orders. Do you get it now? So due to the position of what these people are doing, all right, you can be able to quickly see what, the areas where, okay, this supply zone is aligning with this price that I saw on the COT, all right, then you would have more confidence in that supply zone and sell from there. Or this demand zone is aligning with what I saw on the commitment of traders, all right, and then based on that, you can easily buy from that demand zone, knowing fully well that there are institutional orders, there are institutional orders that are waiting at that place. Please note that if you're trying to reach me so that I can help you recover funds, all right, please note that that is not going to be possible. Okay, that is absolutely out of the question. I am not a recoverer, I am not a savior, I'm not a messiah, which is why I've tried my best to educate you and to also enlighten you about proper risk management techniques. All right, so please, if you're trying to reach out to me, maybe you have a challenge that can be resolved within the jurisdictions of FPS, all right, within the jurisdiction of my authority or my position as an analyst, all right, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn, Adetola Freeman, then we can talk. But if it's for anything outside what my office as an analyst with FBS can oversee, all right, I am sorry, there will be no room for that. All right. Somebody is still asking about the commitment of traders. Yes, I already explained how you address the commitment of traders. All right. It shows you clearly, all right, these are the areas where institutional traders are waiting for price. And then based on that information, you can check for supply and demand zones that align with that and then use those for entries. Can we still pick trades on gold? Of course, I think that it's even set to take now. GU is in profit, all right. GU is in profit. Euro USD will soon be back in profit. Gold will also be back in profit. So I think we're fine. AUD USD did us dirty, all right, but I think that we're fine because the reason why we look at 4 commodities every time we look at the news is so that you have a very good criteria for hedging your risk. All right, you can hedge your risk between 4 commodities without feeling tied to any particular one. Okay, without having to feel tied to any particular one. So I'm trying to see if there are any other questions. I'm trying to see if there are any other questions so that we can wrap up the class for today. All right, someone is asking, am I the one who gives analysis on the free Telegram channel? No. All right. There's a team that is responsible for the Telegram channel, and I only happen to be a part of that team. All right. Taiwo Ramon is asking, what's the link to join the Telegram? Just go on Telegram and search for FBS Analytics and Education. All right. Just go on YouTube, on Telegram and search for that. FBS Analytics and Education. And then you're going to see that. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Thank you, the Wise Ninja. I think I'm going to come for some self-defense classes from you when I'm done, and I'm ready to become a Bushido. All right, but I think that there are no other questions, at least from my queue here, from the comments here, and then here as well on my phone. So I think we're good to go. And it's been an absolute pleasure spending the last 1 hour, 3 minutes with you guys. All right, I'm really thrilled that we've been able to arrive at some interesting conclusions. All right, remember, the stop losses on 3 commodities didn't get hit. All right, the only one that got touched on the stop loss was AUD USD. So if you're telling me that your account was blown, it simply tells me that you didn't manage your risk properly. And Nando, it's good to see you. You've been my good friend for a very long time. So thank you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Don't forget, you can click the link in the comment section to create an account with FBS and get access to 1 month free VIP analytics. All right. And I want to say thank you so much, guys. It's been fantastic working with you guys. All right. It's been fantastic being here with you guys. Thank you and have a beautiful rest of the trading week.